So let's talk some Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion is currently Haunted Mansion Holiday, but when that debuted, we noticed some changes in the attic room. And it looked like maybe something happened, something new is coming. Nothing was really announced, but you could physically see it when you're on the ride. Something new is happening in the attic where the bride was. Recently, we had this portrait just debut very gingerly. Uh, and, nothing has been said, but a lot of speculation started happening. And, I'm asking around, and people are like, we think it's the bride. And eventually it just became, that is the bride. That's the bride. That is her. Which is kind of odd because this looks nothing like the bride that we currently have. So this is a very big change. Well, Disney finally decided to drop their fire, and it's this right here. I know this is like a blob. Really hard to tell detail on this thing. but that's your new bride. That's her. That is her. That is her. This is a new sipper. Hurry back because Haunted Mansion will reopen on January 18th. That's right. January 18th is the big day. We were just talking about trying to get a reservation. Memorialize this iconic attraction with a new bride sipper. You'll be able to purchase the sipper on the 14th, but on the 18th is when you could come and check out the new bride. Well, let's go back to that portrait because it's very interesting. Obviously, I don't expect the bride to look exactly like this. This is obviously like a reference or, just kind of like an outline of what's going to be happening. But in the ride, the bride that we currently have, for me, the bride that we currently have, it's just been the norm for me. But for a lot of people, they're like, we miss the heartbeat bride and the older brides. So there's a lot of history that goes with the bride, which, kind of shocking to me. It's kind of shocking to me. And it's kind of hard to see like the timeline of how all this happened. So I had a chance to ask Grok, which is X's AI. I love this thing. And it broke it down for me right here. The history of the bride in Disneyland's Haunted Mansion is rich with changes and evolving narratives over the years. So I am suspecting there will be a narrative change. A storyline is going to be different from what the last Haunted Mansion we saw. It ain't going to be like that. So it's going to be a big day on the 18th here in January to see Haunted Mansion reopen because, I don't want to say it's like a new ride, but it's going to feel different. we don't have the bride that we all remember for like so many years now. So this is fun. I'm like really enamored of this new change that's happening. I love it. Original concept. The earliest iteration of Haunted Mansion included various concepts of the bride character. In Ken Anderson's Gore Mansion vision, there was Priscilla, the bride of sea captain named Gideon, with multiple story variations, including one where she was captive and another where she was a vampire-like figure named Millie. I don't even know how to say that. Vampire. These concepts, however, did not make it into the final ride. Initial ride version. When the Haunted Mansion opened in 1969, the bride was initially known as the Beating Heart Bride, appearing in the attic scene with a visible beating heart in her chest, symbolizing perhaps tragic or macabre past. Her backstory was left ambiguous, allowing guests to interpret her story. Evolution over time. Over the years, the bride underwent several transformations. In the 1970s, she became a faceless figure with glowing eyes at Disneyland. While in Walt Disney World, she had a more fleshed out appearance. Eventually in the 1990s, Disneyland adopted a similar full-fleshed look for the bride. Constance Hatchaway. Here we go. In 2006, Disneyland introduced Constance Hatchaway, known as Black Widow Bride, replacing previous incarnation. Constance has detailed backstory as a serial killer who murdered her husbands, with their heads disappearing from the portraits in the attic scene. This version of the bride solidified her role as one of the ride's most notorious characters. Oh my Lanta. Oh my Lanta. Man, Grok, even recent developments. There have been rumors, confirmation of further changes to the bride. That's so funny. I had a chance to like bring up some photos as well, because I want to show, we're over here talking about all this history. It's kind of hard, but here are some different versions. Let me see. Let me close that. Put on. There we go. This is Long Forgotten Haunted Mansion. I guess it was a blog post. It just has different photos. I guess this is a 1979. Look at that. It's the 1970s, 75. Wow. Did anybody have a chance to see these brides in action back in the day? That is a scary ass bride. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. That is a scary one. Let me bring up a couple more. I have a couple more photos that I brought up. Where is it? There we go. Let's see, man. We got a lot of brides to look at. I'm trying to bring up like the current bride. I guess this is like a good one. Yeah, that's really good. All the different iterations right there. Wow. So the Heartbeat, very big storyline, or not storyline, but just a very prominent thing about the bride for many years until this one right here, which is the current one, the current bride. I think I posted a video so we could take a look at her. It's been so long since we've seen her. So long. Oh my Lanta. Let's look at the bride. Here we go. Hurry back. What does she say? Look at that. Wow. So, Constance messed up the attic scene. Yeah, I kind of got the feeling, with all this bride talk that's going on, I get the feeling that not a lot of people were fond of this bride. For me, I'm neither hate or love. It's just, this has been my bride for many years that I remember going to Disneyland. Like, this is my bride. So it's kind of sad to see it go, but at the same time, what's on its way, it sounds like it's very exciting. Very, very exciting. Like I was mentioning earlier, I think that this is the bride. Disney put it out there. And most importantly, they followed it up with this Instagram post. Very similar position to this. That's her. A lot of people were saying that like this is La Llorona and all sorts of other things. But I like it. I'm excited. I'm very excited. So I could only assume, these are just assumptions, speculation, that she's going to have, gosh, I struggle with this word. What is this? I just want to say candelabra, but wait, hold on. I'm going to look it up on my phone. Gosh, I just struggle. Candelabra. The candelabra. I'm assuming she's going to be holding a candelabra in the ride. And the other thing that, is very strong in the rumor is that she will have a heartbeat again. The heartbeat is going to be something that's going to come back to the story. I think those are exciting things. If those speculations and rumors are true, I love it. Whatever direction Disney's been on lately, it's been some good moves. And all of these things are kind of coming off the back of some great changes that have happened at Disneyland. So I'm excited. There's a lot of momentum that's being built. All these projects that are coming to life at Disneyland. And we're going to get a brand new project debuted in just a couple weeks on the 18th in 12 days. I don't know if this is an animatronic. The only thing that I've heard is that projections, there still will be projections. And I'm assuming a candelabra. Is it going to be a physical one? Is it a projection? I don't know. I don't know those things. A lot of people too are asking if we get this version of the bride, we want the cat. I don't know about the cat. I have not heard not one thing about the cat. I've only heard stuff about the bride. But this is exciting. Very, very exciting. I think the momentum and the rumors where they're going, this is the bride, candelabra, and a heartbeat. How she comes to life, projections, is the only thing I've heard. I don't know about physical things. Will it animatronic? I don't know. I would wish it's an animatronic. That to me sounds even cooler. Especially after we got all the amazing animatronic technology on Tiana's, just pile it into Haunted too. Why not? But I have not heard. So I don't know what kind of name they're going for, how it will transform the attic scene, which it will. It's going to be exciting. So Haunted Mansion is a can't miss thing. January 18th is the reopening date. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. It's gonna be kind of creepy. I almost feel like it's gonna be a little scare, more scarier. That's the vibe I'm getting. Oh man. I'm noticing on the app, Bride Sipper on the 14th. But when you place an order it says coming the 8th. Yeah, we were talking about that. I think, is it Theme Park IQ? Is he in here? We were talking about that. I think Disneyland probably had an error or whatever, but it seems like the 14th is the date. That's the date. You could get your Sipper on the 14th. Let's see. When is the 14th? That's 2 Tuesdays from now. Not this Tuesday, but next week's Tuesday. So that's where I'm at with the bride. Very exciting stuff. I can't wait. It was definitely not on my bingo card of things I'm so excited for this in January, but I am. It really has grown. Ryan, Mondo in the mid-late 80s, the Knight was a live actor. Scared the crap out of me as a little kid. The Knight live actor supposedly didn't last long, but back then it was awesome. That's crazy, man. They had a live actor. What? I don't know about that, but that just sounds crazy to me. Very cool though. Very, very cool. Foreshadowing the one that's floating down the hallway. Yeah, that's another thing. Candelabra Haunted Mansion. That's another thing that people were like saying about is like, is this the new bride? It's going to be just tied into it kind of thing. The floating candelabra. I guess I have to put Disneyland. Let me see. So like, is that her? We get to like meet her right away. Will will there be other references in the queue? I don't know. It's gonna get interesting. It's gonna be really cool. I'm assuming this is her. But, Disney needs to drop a Parks blog post and give us, Disney's all about backstory. So I'm assuming we'll get some really cool backstory very soon. Very soon.